I gained 40 pounds over the past 6 months, and now I'm gonna lose it all. And if you're new here, my name is Matt Ross, and all I talk about is the importance of nutrition and the proper training for athletes. So you're probably sitting there thinking, why in the world would someone who harps on gaining weight want to lose weight? One, I'm not an athlete anymore. It's my mission to teach you guys. But I'm gonna let you know a little bit of my life now, because I don't want to look like this summer. So today is day one of the insane transformation that I'm gonna make, going from currently 237 pounds to maybe 200, 210. But I don't care about the weight. I care about how I look, because I won't play anymore. So you're gonna see this body go from this to completely shredded over the next couple months. Because all I wanna do is show you guys the importance of how to eat and what nutrition can do to your life. So come with me today for day one. Let's get into it. One day we will eventually get a full gym set up, but now we are at Crunch Fitness, and the interesting part is I have no idea if I'm allowed to film in here. It's my first time actually taking like the real camera in, and we'll see what happens. But you're along for the ride for the entire day, if not two, depending on what we do. So if I don't see you in there, I'll see you back here, and if I do see you in there, I'll see you in there. Turns out I could have been filming in here this entire time. I've been coming here for like a year and a half. Really just should have asked earlier. But today's day one. I'm not gonna test my max, but it's basically the last heavy day that I'm gonna be doing. So the entire split is gonna be push, pull, legs. If you don't know what that is, I explained in another video, but I wish I could say that I have a very specific workout. In this place I can't at all. It's way too packed, and let's say that I wanted to do incline after a regular bench, I can't guarantee that it's open. So the workouts here are basically just like, I guess I'm kind of guessing. Whatever's open I take. So let's just bench and then see what happens. Now we are going to need to talk about something, because you're probably one of two people watching this right now. You're someone who cares about fitness, which I'm glad you're here. I will show you everything that I possibly can about my own fitness journey, losing weight, gaining weight, all that fun stuff. But I also want to reach all the athletes. There are a lot of things that I wish I knew early on in my career that nobody ever told me. But thanks to the career that I've had, I got to learn from some of the best people, best coaches, best players all around the world. Now my career ended early. The stereotype, like, oh, if I didn't get injured, I would have made it where, not saying that, but I did get injured. And I can hardly throw because of it. So, with that being said, I want to teach you all the things that I wish I knew. And one of the things that happened very early on in my career was I was way too small and cared about the wrong things. Meaning, I was only 170 pounds, thought I was fat, and did not lift the way an athlete should. If you care about fitness, let's do it together. If you're an athlete and you're still playing, don't do what I do, but take all the principles that I'm talking about and put it into your own career. Let's go see if we can hit a bench PR. 275 is always the determining factor. If this moves really well, probably going pretty heavy and could even push over 300. If it doesn't move well, and you're just tired from bad sleep, bad nutrition, whatever it might be, I really don't know. Ah, dang it. But still, this is always the determining factor. And I'm sure all of you have the same thing, to where it's like you have one weight that it's either gives you all the confidence in the world, or it's going to be a rough day. So let's find out. 295, 5 pounds below the actual PR. It's the last day that I get a chance to hit it, because after this, you just can't lift heavy and cut at the same time. It's my fiance, by the way, best spotter in the world. My leg. So man, do what?
I like your camera.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I was like,
Oh, you do? Oh, what do you shoot on? Okay, awesome. Definitely, for sure. Well, Max, it was good to meet you. I'm Matt. Yeah. Let's see, here's the tough part, because that moved fairly well, but it didn't feel good. So now, I mean, I'm gonna go up, because last day you just gotta send it. My PR is 300. We're about to go to 305. Just send it. It's not 315, but it's a new PR.
So proud of you.
The goal for this entire like bulk over the winter was to hit 315. I didn't, but 305 is still a new PR. And y'all got to witness it on the very first vlog. So probably not hitting 315 this summer, but at least we'll be shredded. You made me start filming for that. That officially marks the last time that we're going super duper heavy. Now we're gonna lower the weight, get more reps in. And it's not necessarily like the old stereotype of trying to get toned or anything, but by doing more reps, get my cardio back up and push my body in a way that it hasn't had in, we're talking probably like 6-8 months. So I'm not a big believer in like you have to lift one way or the other. I just know that if I continue to lift heavy, it's not worth it. I'm going to be in a calorie deficit. My body's not going to be able to recover. That's why I just increase the reps, have a little bit more fun, and see what happens. Oh, my hip's cramping. Oh, I should have gotten more than that, but that really hurts. That's also the other issue. I feel like I'm yelling, my music's still playing. It's the other issue with going super heavy and maxing out. It's like I am gassed, like my muscles are just destroyed at the moment. And, which is like, it's a good thing. But once again, if we are in a calorie deficit, I will not be able to recover. So it's literally a lose-lose. Now to some of you, this also might be obvious. Which in that case, cool, hang around for the rest of the workout. But this is the stuff that I'm talking about that I wish that I knew early on. And I ruined most of my career because I wasn't doing things correctly. My body couldn't perform. So if you're watching this, hey, make sure you subscribe so we can keep learning together. And it just kind of be a part of life. But this is what I wish I knew, and that's what I'm telling you. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. No, I'm not done.
Oh.
I shouldn't have racked it. There it is. Now that all the big movements are out of the way, we get to move on to arms, which is everyone's favorite. I get that. But I've got a hot take about this. It is a push day, which typically means you would, obviously no pulling, also means you wouldn't do biceps. Now, from a bodybuilding perspective, my arms are the weakest part of my entire body, both physically and like aesthetics wise. I do biceps and triceps now 4 times a week. Biceps, triceps on push, bicep, triceps on pull as well. Do that 2 times a week. 2 times 2 is 4. Hopefully you can do that math. But I have seen a drastic difference in my arms because I just feel like they weren't getting enough work. But here we are, finally filling out shirts. Not just because I'm really chunky at the moment, because I'm finally growing muscle. Hopefully I can find some pictures and I'll overlay it right now. But I was so skinny in high school and even early on in college, to be honest. And because I was taller than most people, everyone just told me that I was so big. I grew up in a small town, so I had no idea like any sort of differences between them and what big actually was. It was tiny. Once again, the things that I didn't know during my career. I didn't lift in high school at all. And it screwed me. So, I don't know where I was going with that. Hope you enjoyed the story. Eventually had to finish up with tricep cable pushdowns and just cable curls, but because of the amount of people in there, they don't like being on camera, which I understand. So didn't film that, but now gotta go home, get some food, and then get ready to finish the workday. Or I guess start it. Now, if you want an absolute hack for more protein and you don't have to eat super bland chicken all the time, you just need to get like finely diced beef. It's the like, I guess, taco meat. Literally this, whatever seasoning you want on it, and Dale's. These 3 put together, we eat every day. I'm not kidding. It is an everyday meal. I never get tired of it. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are trying to get more protein. About half the bottle of Dale's if you get the big pack of steak, and then you just cook it pretty much like ground beef. You can pull it off early because it's steak. But seriously, this is a meal that most of you should be able to eat kind of all the time. And now you don't have to eat grilled chicken 24/7. You're welcome. Then once you drain all the grease, put a paper towel down to soak up the rest of the fat. And you're good to go. You have steak for like the entire week. If you're an absolute animal, maybe like half the week, but still, just try it. And then if you hate it, keep eating it because it's a ton of protein. Then throw some cheese on your rice, kind of as much steak as you want. And now you have an entire meal full of at least like 50 grams of protein that doesn't suck.
Do it once, so try to enjoy it as it's. I would love to learn a bit about you guys.
Jeez. And then, so we just like a bad night. It happens. And
I actually am a part of a bowling league. Not fully, I guess. I'm a sub or a replacement now, but turns out that a lot of old people that bowl don't like cameras being around them. So I didn't get anything, but I bowled. And let's just say it wasn't good. But we're gonna end the day with 2 steak tacos, a little bit of salsa. And if you're still here watching this, I appreciate you sticking around for this long, just being a part of my day. If you have any questions or anything that you want to see, let me know. Once again, I appreciate you being here. My name's Matt Ross, and as always, never be cocky, just convinced. Oh, and make sure you subscribe too.